Speaking of spectacular food, February is American Heart Month, a time to raise awareness of the prevention of heart disease.
Enjoying lean beef can be part of a heart-healthy lifestyle, and Angie Horkan from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with some new recipes. Hi, Angie.
I don't think I'm as fancy as that.
It's probably better,
no pressure.
This is probably better food.
I have a nice hearty pot roast recipe, which, you wouldn't think like your traditional grandma's made pot roast is heart healthy, but with this recipe it can be. So it's kind of different. You simmer it in a little apple cider.
A pot roast.
A chuck roast. Along with some beef broth, a little onion, garlic, your traditional ingredients. Let it simmer a couple hours, and then instead of adding white potatoes, we added sweet potatoes, about 3 pounds of sweet potatoes in the last half hour. Put them in, let them steam with the pot roast, and then pull them out and mash them and use some real maple syrup as a sweetener.
Yeah, great idea.
And then a little ginger.
And
And then
sweet potatoes are really good for you.
They are very good for you. And then you can take the drippings, the apple cider, beef broth, and those great beef chuck roast juices, and make a nice cider gravy too. Thicken it and serve that with your pot roast and your sweet potatoes.
That's from the drippings, not from the marinating.
Correct.
Okay.
So you did that all on the stovetop.
I did it on the stovetop, but of course you can make it in the crock pot or do it in the stove.
And it took you a couple hours?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, you want to be, you want to have a lot of time for a chuck roast. So nice simmer, low simmer to tenderize it for 2.5 hours.
Okay, great. So what else we have here?
So then I have sirloin tip steaks, or they might be labeled sandwich steaks in your supermarket. They're cut really thin, literally like 2 minutes. I just pan fried them, put a little Creole seasoning on them, and then I made ahead a jambalaya rice. So I started with 3 cups of cooked brown rice, and then sauteed up some green pepper, onion, and celery. And then with a little of the Creole seasoning, and then added a can of no salt added diced tomatoes. And made that jambalaya rice, and then you can serve that with the steaks. And they literally just take a couple minutes, and you have a really easy Creole steak with jambalaya rice dinner. And these recipes are certified lean by the American Heart Association, so they will fit into a nice, healthy lifestyle. They have less than 10 grams of total fat per serving, less than 4.5 grams of saturated fat, and then less than 95 milligrams of cholesterol.
And I notice at the grocery store now, they have the label on the beef, the fat content. And
yes.
And so what's the guidelines here?
So yeah, you want to look for, like, to be lean or extra lean, it's less than 10 grams of fat per serving. So a serving is 3 ounces. So like these sirloin tip steaks are really nice if you're watching your serving size, because that's about a 3-ounce serving. So we like to say the size of your palm or a smaller iPhone.
I'm not the Big 10.
Yeah, right, not the 10 plus.
I'm not sure I've seen these in the store.
Yeah, you could ask for them too, and they're sirloin, so they're versatile. They're tender, they're lean, and they're economical. So we have a whole recipe collection on beeftips.com. So go to our recipe collections and look for the American Heart Association certified recipes. So we've got these there, and then a lot of other great recipes. Perfect for February Heart Month if you're thinking about it, or any time of the year, and perfect for the snowy days we have.
You want to look for these sirloin ones, though, because there are other sandwich steaks that, when you pan fry them, they can be a little tough.
Yeah, you could see a small, real thin cut steak, which is called eye of round. That might need a little marinating, definitely, or a real thin slice, because that is very, very lean.
Okay. So. All right, great.
Yeah.
All the recipes online?
Online.
Beeftips.com?
Yes.
I can't wait to dig in.
Yes.
So, and you said it before, I mean, like, even ground round is as lean as ground turkey.
Definitely. Ground round is as lean as ground turkey, about 7 grams of fat per serving. So you do not need to cut lean ground beef out of your diet if you're looking to eat heart healthy.
And Heart Healthy Month. Recipes online, as we mentioned. Angie, thanks.
Thanks, Angie. Good to see you.
See you next time. And